Next part we're working on here, it's mostly done. We're gonna start our UV mapping for like reels. I mostly just put seams in, and there's a few extra seams we don't need here. But wait, before I do that, I have to get rid of a few things. Here is some extra polygons I don't want that I forgot about. And oh yeah, over here I'm looking for n-gons. So I have to get rid of the n-gons, which I saw that I made, but I kept in my mind because we weren't finished yet, if that makes any sense. So let me find those. And just want to make some parts of the mesh a little more make sense uniform. So we'll put in maybe some loop cuts here and there. So we'll do that too now. And let's find the n-gons. Here's some. There they are, right there. I'll get rid of these extra seams here and wherever else. So the idea here is to now make seams so that stuff unwraps in a nice way so we can paint it. So we can do that now. Okay, what I'm gonna do is make my seams so that all the cube parts unwrap. I don't know how to say it. And then stitch some parts together so there's less seams. I find that easier than trying to think three-dimensionally and put only the seams that I want in. So I'm gonna, like, say if I had a box and I put a seam on each corner, and then I would unwrap all the pieces, and then I would stitch together until I had a nice shape with minimal seams. This is faster and easier to me because of the way I think. It may not be to your liking. There's other ways, like, you know, the strategic seam placement method, which I actually find more complicated and time wasting. Quicker and faster, says she who uses no shortcuts. Anyhow, so the other thing that I do is, like, if I'm trying to block off a specific area, just to make sure I put all the seams in, I then hover over it in face mode and press L. And if I only get the part that I actually wanted to separate, then I know I have all my seams. But you may know that already, but now I'm saying it. Okay, so I've already put some seams into the mouth, but I'll probably redo that. Let me try and unwrap it first and see how it goes. But I assume I'm going to be removing the seams between the lips and the face part because we don't need it, I don't think. I think it'll unwrap nicely without any stretching. Yep, so I'm gonna remove this seam, it's not needed. So to check, I'm gonna turn on the stretching, so if it's blues and whatnot, it's good. If it's like red, it's not good at all. Now let me try and find the other seam to remove, and then we can unwrap it all. It should be fine, but we'll find out. So let us unwrap the rest and then stitch them together. So now that they're all unwrapped, I'll just do it one more time, and then I'll select average island scale and pack them and stitch. So it's V to stitch, so you can, I usually try islands first, usually doesn't work. Then I'll grab a bunch of edges. That may not work, and then I may only be able to stitch together by a couple of edges, but I kind of do, you know, it's a bit of farting around, but I find it gives a better result than the other way of trying to strategically place seams and unwrap it without going back. I don't like that way. I don't know why. This is funner for me. Okay, so that like green and yellow's getting pretty bad. Green's not so great either, but it's going to yellow. So I'm gonna try relax, which won't work because I've already taped the rest of this and I know how it ends. But you can look for relax wherever the heck it is here and try it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I will probably undo this and, you know, like try a different way to make seams because that's just way too stretched for painting. So I noticed a stray face that's not unwrapping properly, so I'm gonna have to go back and fix that, and it's maybe facing the wrong way, so I'll have to recalculate mesh and unwrap again. Not a big deal. Sometimes it happens, so let me fix that. But the cool part is I've already worked out where the seams should be, so when I unwrap it, then I won't have to put new seams in. I just have to unwrap it in one thing there. So let's fix it now. Okay. Now to continue with the UV mapping. Okay, so mostly done these parts. Still have to do the arms. So I've decided for now that we're gonna put like the cake body on one material and the arms and legs and whatnot on another one, and eventually we'll see where the teeth and mouth goes, but that's my decision for now. So I have to arrange the pieces of the islands so they don't overlap. Like if I put them on one material, they got to be flat on that material and not overlap for painting, because that would be like bad. So we'll do that next, and the texture size will probably be 4096. Can always downsize it. Like I don't think the arms and the legs and whatnot need to be that big, but maybe the cake body would be good that way, but not the other parts. So I'm gonna like join it all together except for the candle, because the candle is a separate object that I'll add, like I would like a hat or something afterwards. So we'll do that, and then we can start arranging our stuff. Okay, so now we'll just unwrap our arms, which we already put the seams in. So basically we just have to hit unwrap, and then we just need to do the eyes, and we've done the body and the legs and the feetsies and whatnot. So we're getting closer. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of one material at the front here and put those green lips on the surface and assign it to the body. We don't need that because it's all one unit. Now to arrange the body and the rest. Okay, now just have to fix the teeth. I forgot that I removed the modifier when I was doing this because I had joined everything. So when I joined everything, I messed up the mirrors, and instead of trying to sort it out, I have luckily saved a copy before I joined them. So I will just go get the teeth from there and fix it. And just delete these teeth and put in those teeth and edit a bit of stuff, because I'm like that. So let us continue with the arrangement of things. You'll notice that I probably moved some things that I didn't need to, but you know, like whatever. The idea is to get everything lined up on the layers that I want so that I can paint it, and then when I remove materials, nothing moves. I just merge a bunch of stuff. And of course, this is because I'm taking into account hiding things for easier painting in 3D code or anywhere really. So that's why I'm doing this mess of things, taking into account that there's going to be no change in the UV mapping after I paint it, so I can't rearrange it because it will wreck up the painting. Make sure that we have everything set up, and I noticed that there's a piece missing, so we'll just fix that, and then we're ready to paint, more or less, hopefully. And oops, that's a piece of the mouth, so we'll just fix that before we continue on. I probably unwrapped it with part hidden, and so it unwrapped separately or something, or maybe not. Let's take a look. Okay, so I think we're all done, finally. So I guess the next step, I'll paint it and then rig it. It doesn't really matter, I don't suppose. So we'll do painting because painting is fun. Rigging, I find not so fun. Anyways, we'll do that next, I think.